Alright guys, welcome back. I can feel the Destiny rot is setting in. I actually forgot to record for the week 2 of Destiny because I've been so obsessed with getting all my stuff ready for Space Marines 2 because it comes out in a few days and I'm just like, oh my god, I forgot a new week. It's a new week, a new episode in Destiny. I totally forgot. It's like, oh my god, it's no longer I can feel the wear and tear of Destiny not no longer holding its grips on me. It's slowly letting go. Even I have to admit that it's been one of those. It's kind of like I got news today that they're planning on making a Destiny mobile game of some sort. I'm like, oh my god, they are so desperate for revenue for this franchise now that they are just going to resort to like mobile games. Oh man, I don't even know anymore. If it's like a card game or something like that, like Legends of Runeterra, maybe. But if it's like some sort of like auto fighter, like Shadows of what is it like? Oh god, what is it? What is that thing that everyone always does? Raid Shadow Legends, and oh my god, it's truly over. Then at that point, they really don't know what to do with the franchise anymore. That makes me real sad. Okay, a bunch of stuff in my postmaster I eventually have to clean out, but we don't have to worry about that for right now. All right, failsafe, we're back again. What's wrong? Did we find out where we're going?
Listen, Guardian. I was thinking hard about how to beat the Conductor, and Osiris stopped me. He said the Conductor is very strong, and has abilities we cannot stand against. But, he said, maybe we can beat Maya Sandrash. Osiris told me the story of Maya, how she was lost in the Vex network, split into hundreds of copies, until the powers of the Echo brought her to life. The Conductor is one of those copies. Could be the first one, could be all of them smashed together. Maybe she does not even know herself. But Osiris says all Mayas are scientists, and we can see her thoughts in her experiments. We must find what she is trying to do. Failsafe has located pieces of tech to help you study the exobodies in Maya's laboratory. If we can learn what Maya is doing with those, maybe we can think of a way to stop her. Brains, not brawn, yes?
Sure. So what is it they want us to do? They want us to recover? As soon as Saint 14 appears on the holo projector, he begins telling you about how he and Osiris have been thinking of ways to defeat the Conductor. Saint smiles beneath his helmet. Osiris said the Conductor is very strong, but maybe we can beat Maya Sundaresh. Saint explains how the Echo of Command pulled Maya's consciousnesses out of the Vex network, but the network holds hundreds of different Mayas. The Conductor could be the first, or it could be all of them smashed together, but maybe she doesn't even know herself. Saint and Osiris believe the key to understanding Maya's plan is hidden in the exobodies in the depths of her labs. Failsafe has located tech to help you study them. Hopefully you can discover a way to stop Maya's plans. The way that this season is set up, I feel like we should have been, what is it called? I feel like we should have learned what the Conductor's plan was in like Act 1, and then at the beginning of Act 2 we got the big reveal, and then the rest of Act 2 and Act 3 is like trying to stop her. Now I feel like we're doing like this is like has nothing to do with I feel like it's too late in the game because we're like 2 weeks away from stopping her supposedly, right? So I feel like it's too late now because the whole like first 2 acts were like studying like the changes in the Vex and stuff like that, and I'm just like, in retrospect, I feel like that might have been a mistake. I feel like we should have gotten the bad guy reveal early on, and then as time goes on, that we learn more and more about their plan, and we're like spending all this time trying to stop them. And then maybe the Conductor throws new challenges towards our way to slow our progress from preventing them from stopping stuff. But it hasn't really been that way, and I'm concerned that like we have. I mean, like this whole episode, we barely have gotten the reveal of the bad guy, and now we finally had the bad guy's real motive. Like we're on the verge of stopping it, because next week's the last week for the episode. By the way, we have one more week, and then this whole episode is over. And I just don't even know what this whole episode's been about. I feel like the last time we had a really strong seasonal open, to like the main season coming right with the expansion was like, what was the last season that I truly thought was really good? It was probably season of, oh man, I'm trying to remember like what season. What season? Because we've had a lot of expansions, and then like usually every expansion comes with a companion season that releases with it. I feel like season. I forget what the season was called for season, the one that came right with Witch Queen, Season of Revival or something like that. That whole storyline with that companion season with Season of the Witch feels like the most integral one.
The Conductor has that pile of exoframes down in her lab. She was using them to host consciousnesses. I've been trying to figure out why, and then it hit me. Inconclusive. I need control data from other exos, and Europa's a great place to find some.
There is a giant Eventide lab here that has all of the exo bodies for sure. But are these the ones that are attached to Maya's research?
Another one of the Conductor's exos. All I need now is a cerebral host matrix. One of the classic brain models. Could you help me out, Captain?
Locate the consciousness driver in Bray exercise in Europa. Oh, okay, so we're going back outside. But yeah, I think we've spent too much time this season trying to do research and trying to uncover. It's like been like a detective story almost, but we've been doing a lot of research trying to determine what's so different about the Vex. I mean, it would be cool if they were actually changing and they looked completely different, but right now the only difference between the Vex then and the Vex now is that the Vex under the Conductor's control on Nessus, they just have that combat ring around their neck. That's the only major difference. I thought it'd be cool if they were slowly transforming them into something else. But, yeah. I don't know what's going to happen with the future of Destiny, guys. It's kind of up in the air right now. A lot of people are kind of writing it off. People are concerned with the... I think when this goes out, we would have just been told that Concord, after being up and alive for like a week, is already getting shut down by the end of the week. And I've never seen a game come out, like a brand new game that's been worked on for like 10 years or whatever, get immediately shuttered because it's just like there's so few people playing it. Like nobody asked for this game to come out. I feel like that's gonna be like a symptom of what might happen with Marathon. Like it's a game that nobody asked for.
Sure, there's a host matrix around here. Beep boop, beep boop. I'm kidding. I'll just mark it for you. I'm way better at finding stuff since you upgraded me. Thanks for that.
You're welcome, failsafe. I hope we get you off the planet. I hope we, like, genuinely get you off of Nessus and get you, like, your own body. So that you're no longer just stuck inside of a ship. Destroy the conductor's coral mine.
Working on down there have got to be key to the golden age he keeps talking about. We just need to uncover their secrets before he kills us all.
Alright, back to the Encore mission. So now that we're here, we've collected the information we need to access the Encore mission again. We're jumping back in. Encore Concerto. Expert. I mean, you don't really get anything extra other than maybe getting the bonus unlocks for Choir of One. Because I think this week's Choir of One can get destabilizing rounds. And for me, that's the best one we can get for this. I also hate that Bungie did this thing where they're like, oh, Choir of One is too good. We didn't mean to ship it so strong. We'll nerf it some point in episode 2, but just enjoy how overpowered it is for now. And they're complaining that it deals too much damage, and I'm just like, I hate that Bungie is making such an obvious thing of, like, FOMO, or like, yeah, get Choir of One and play with it while it's still busted. And then...
We must gain access to Sunderesh's facility once again. With the data failsafe has collected, we can better determine Sunderesh's use of the exo-consciousnesses within the VexNet. The conductor seeks to assimilate all of Soul under her command. She desires a golden age. But what does she really mean? With her methods, I do not assume benevolence. All I know is that it would undo everything we have accomplished since the collapse. We cannot allow this.
I just hate that Bungie is just like, they've launched this weapon to be very good, and it fills a lot of niche roles in a fire team, and they already just want to nerf it because they think it's way too strong initially. And it's frustrating that they keep doing stuff like this. Like, why are they shipping guns broken, only to be like, well, actually, it should be way weaker and have way less ammo than it actually does. It's too good at what it does right now. And I'm like, yo, dude, like, who cares? If this game is really on its deathbed and it's like the future for Destiny isn't looking very good, then who cares about balance right now? Just give us cool stuff to play with and let us enjoy what's left of the game before the game eventually is told, by the way, we're shutting this bad boy down too. I just hate that they're, like, purposefully letting the gun be broken to scare people of FOMO in order to get them to come play the game. I mean, the main guy is right here doing something. Can I just interrupt them? No, I can't. Alright, we're just gonna go through this whole thing all over again. I don't know if anything's different or how much I should show, because last week was so long that I ended up having to cut it up into 2 different parts. If you wanted to go check those out, we did one episode just for, like, the weekly story stuff, and then one episode just for Encore Overture. So maybe this week we'll actually show what this is going on, because something tells me that this week is just going through Encore Overture again. Ow. Oh, wow. Did I whiff a jump? I must have whiffed a jump. But, yeah, we'll just go through it all over again. I don't know, Bungie's been rubbing me the wrong way lately, and I hate that they are... I don't know if they're purposefully doing it, but they are just making design choices for this game that I don't wholly agree with. And it's just frustrating me that they are doing these things to, like, try to drive up player engagement, and the player numbers week to week, if you've been looking at the Steam charts, has just been trending downward. Nobody's really caring or engaging with the story anymore. I don't know. Bungie needs a huge win. I don't know what it's going to be, but I know they need a win. enemies are populating these areas that weren't here before. I hope Bungie can salvage this game and turn it... Oh, dang it. Did I fall down? Am I dead? I'm dead. I hope Bungie are able to turn this around and, you know, bring it back to, like, the golden... So, it's kind of funny that the villain of this season, or of this episode, is talking about returning things to the golden age. And you can almost attribute that to, like, the way Destiny is going right now. Everybody's looking for the golden age, or the good times for when Destiny was on top of the world. And people are they're just done with it. They're just sick and tired of how Bungie's been treating this game. And I think it's just too late. With, like, the final shape being over, I feel like it's truly done and over with. I think this game is definitely on its way out. It's only a matter of time before we finally get that roadmap for the future of Destiny, and it's just going to be like, yeah, we're basically just, you know, not going to bring out mate. We're just going to be doing quality of life changes for now. We're not really going to be adding some stuff to the game. We might add some of the, you know, sunset content for you guys, but that's pretty much it. I have a feeling that that announcement is going to be coming at some point, and then when it does, it's going to be like, okay, we're officially done and over with. I did say, God forbid, I don't even think I can remember which episode we talked about this, but I did say that at some point in the future that I wasn't going to cover Destiny stuff anymore, and that I would eventually stop covering it on my channel as well, going from the week-to-week story points for this game, and I didn't specify when that may or may not happen. I just knew that someday we would ultimately stop covering Destiny. I just don't know when it's going to be, or if we'll have a good reason for why, but, you know, it could be soonish. I don't know. I want to cover the episodes, but man, I don't know if... I know next episode, they're going to be releasing all of that content, like, all of Act 1's content is going to come out immediately on day 1. I don't know if we're going to do, like, a super episode of, like, me playing for, like, 4 hours of me getting through all the content, or if we'll have to break it up over the course of multiple days as well. I'm not too sure. I don't know if the story is still going to gel properly with all the content being released all at once. I'm hoping it doesn't, like, feel super rushed. But I guess people were complaining about how this just feels so drip-fed. I thought these were supposed to be different from seasons. And they just feel like longer, more drawn-out seasons. Maybe it'll be different, maybe, boys. But I'm not entirely sure. Is this something new? Can we interact with this? It's a different weekly episode. I don't know if this is different. We can try. I know what we did last week.
Your research into the Vex systems bears fruit. Learn what you can. Perhaps something useful may be extracted with further investigation.
Confluence sync required for gate. Conflux sync initialized. Simulation synced. Did we get anything out of this? Oh, just an engram. Oh, maybe we have, in order to get the next retrofit for Choir of One, I actually have to do this on Expert. Okay, that's no big deal. We'll just keep going and probably do that off screen. Oh, the Cabal are just flat out here now. Don't remember if we fought them in the first episode.
Empress Kaido believes that the Shadow Legion here are commanded by the defector scion, Yurix. It would explain their interest in Maya's research and the Echo. It wouldn't just be access to the Vex simulation network. It would give Yurix command over an entire Vex collective. You can see the danger in that.
So it looks like the Shadow Legion still do have a leader of some sort in the form of Yurix. Those defector scions from, like, Season of the Dawn. It's been so long. Alright, we're picking this up. We're depositing this here. Turn this off. Unplug this. Plug this in over here. Go over here. Turn this off. Pull this back out, and then we go down below. Plug this bad boy in. Oh, since we're doing this mission all over again... Since we're doing this mission all over again, I probably should bring out the weapons we used before. What we ended up using here was actually... we used, what's it called? Whisper of the Worm. It actually did very well here. Wondering if we should use something different. Threat detector? No, I'm trying to decide. Perfect Paradox, and let's try Fortuna Star, or Fortunate Star. We haven't had a chance to actually use this one yet. Yeah, because Whisper of the Worm is very beneficial for these boss encounters in this mission. And then we gotta climb back up. That door opens, and now we go this way. This one's also a very weird section of this mission. I might actually make sure Solar Siphon. We actually don't need Solar Siphon anymore. We need Void Siphon. Instead of Arc Scavenger, we want Solar Scavenger. Because we need more Whisper of the Worm shots as time goes on. I'm going to steal this one. And then this starts. We want to run very fast. Oh, alright, well the spinning blades is our new touch. The rotating blades are a new touch. Oh, the little Vex things that are trying to stop us are a new touch. What? What? Ow. Oh, thank God, it's not an instant kill wall. Oh, it is an instant kill wall. Lame. Huh. I guess I didn't patch this out. I thought just getting out of here was going to be good enough. I guess we'll just take it. We're running. Excuse me. We're moving. We're moving. then we gotta get all the way over here and plant this one here. And now we have a way back. I'm not sure why we have to put this one over there. Getting out seems like it should be good enough in order to stop the death barrier, but I guess not for some reason. There we go. Stop Shadow Legion.
Radiolaria to search the Vex simulation network, peering into other timelines, trying to find our own past. And to that end, raising an army of her own collective to subsume Soul. She can use her Echo to control Vex, but these are under her command completely. She's converting them to serve her. Do they even know what they're doing?
God, I was trying to jump into that thing. It was taking me forever. Yeah, are the Vex even aware of what she's trying to do to them? Like, I'm not even sure. I don't even know if they care. They very well just might not care what she's doing, because with the darkness gone, and the Vex don't really have a joint purpose anymore. Well, unless these are the sole divisive, then they definitely don't have a purpose anymore. God, I hate these Minotaurs. They have such erratic behaviors and they're just teleporting all over the goddamn place. This is another thing that has to do with finding the retrofit for Choir of One. It doesn't do anything in this version of it, so we'll have to do it off screen again. It's just more puzzles. They're not terribly complex puzzles, but... Alright, we're back here again. Pick this up, access module, and then we'll put this here. this up. We're gonna go over here. We'll go in. We'll pick this one up. That closes that door. This door stays open though, and it's open on this side of the portal. We'll come back here. We'll drop this off. We'll pick up this one that we picked up over here. And then we go through this door. Oh, hold on a second. It's blue, green, blue, not blue, blue, green. Thought I could carry more than one. Guess not. We'll drop that off here. Pick this one up. Jump through this door. Drop this off here. That opens the floor. You go back over here. Pick this up. And then we go back this way. Basic puzzle mechanics. You put this here. This door opens. Now we're at the boss encounters. And then we'll start. Drop off a coin, pick up the coin, plug this in here, and then we follow them through. He disappears. Over here to the end of the room. Plant this. Keep going. Ow. Oh, but this is not an instant kill anymore. It's no longer having to restart. Before, when we did this on the first week, this was like extremely difficult, weirdly enough. I wonder if they've changed the way that the mission works because of how difficult it was the first time around, especially if playing solo. Ow. Zezono. I don't even know how to pronounce their name. Exynos or something like that. Running out of heavy. That's okay. We'll get more here in a second. Alright, Now we get the death barrier. Oh, he's disappearing too. Don't have a lot of heavy left, but that's okay. I think we take this one. God, stupid Tormentor is always getting me in my way. God, I'm getting slowed. There we go. Actually, I think I might put on, what's it called? Ross Argo instead. $10, 1980. And they're just dime a dozen weapons. Yeah, I'd rather have this bad boy with me, because this is a little bit better for crowd control. This is what you are. The conductor's sending us messages that I haven't been reading because I'm not paying nearly as much attention this time around as before. Data node vulnerable. Oh! Oh, stupid Cyclops. As I say, I should definitely respect my seasonal perks in order to actually get the better versions of these auto rifles.
Thunderesh's use of Chioma prefigures a dangerous compromise. We knew that she was capable of stepping beyond the bounds of ethics in her experimentation, but now we know the extent. The threat is serious and imminent.
Those guys are so obnoxious. And then these Minotaurs teleport all over the place, unlike the original ones. And then he just ended up teleporting away. Smash piston. All these little resources. Glad I brought a shotgun this time. The last time I tried to do this, I think I tried using the grenade launcher. Alright, and then we come down here. Don't have a lot of Whisper of the Worm ammo, but it's okay, because I think we get one more rally flag before we fight the final boss. And he's just a Hydra at that point. Wandering through my garden. Picking flowers. Crushing them. Everything. You definitely sound crazy, woman. And then we get all the weird Vex Exo stuff. The Joy. Alright, we're back in her lab. And this is where she's doing all of her weird experimentation, crossbreeding Vex with Exos. Very weird architectures. Not sure why she's doing this. Is that dialogue still here? No, it's not.
Fidelity test. How did I make you cry on our wedding night?
Maya? Maya? Where are we? How? We're alive.
How did I make you cry on our wedding night?
You didn't. I made you cry. Because I called you Sunrise. Surrey Day. Because your mother called you that. Because it reminded you she was gone. That she missed the happiest day of your life. And I touched your cheek. And I told you there's always another sunrise. Even after we see it set.
degaussing exomind. Sentimentality is higher than expected variance.
Sandaresh is bringing copies of her wife, coalesce, out of the VexNet. Finding them, interrogating them, and discarding them.
For her golden age?
No. No, perhaps what would be her own personal golden age. The wife she remembers. The one from her own simulation.
And Maya will destroy Soul to find her.
I was like, she's doing all this to bring back her wife. Not too dissimilar to what,
Sandaresh has recreated her caretaker. We face the same threat as before, and I do not believe it will be the last.
I was gonna say that Maya is looking for Chioma, just like how Osiris looked for Saint, and they're just like they're just doing it all over again. Cyclopses are new. They weren't here the first time I was here. Dropped another green one. Interesting. Where does it want me to take it? Oh, over there. Okay. Alright, now she becomes vulnerable. Ooh. Looks like I'm going back this way. This boss fight is so confusing because I think it's bugged. Might have to... Finally. Ugh. Counter bugged out so many times. It's so frustrating. Collect the loot. Yay! Finally.
Osiris, I heard what the Guardian found. How could Maya do such a thing to Gioma, to the woman she loved?
Sandarish convinced herself that she could never have loved this Gioma at all. Not this one. And not the others.
But this Gioma loved Maya. We heard it. I am sorry for doubting, for believing the conductor for even one moment. I am so sorry, Osiris, for doing that to you.
No, Saint. Don't apologize. You were forgiven from the first.
Yay, at least the two of them got... At least they're putting that crap behind them, right? That's what's up. Okay, so the mission bugged out for sure. I had to do it twice. And I'm like, holy hell, this mission kept bugging out back to back. And I'm like, what the heck? I'll probably cut it up so you guys don't notice, but man, was that frustrating. So hopefully now we're going to go back to the holo projector. They've worked out their differences, which is good, but even Osiris is like, I was never mad at you. You've always been forgiven, even from the very beginning, which is really sweet of him to be like, you know what? It's water under the bridge. So now we're back here to talk to whoever's going to be in the holo projector. I'm assuming this is going to be a much shorter week from last week. Weekly terminal stuff is done.
Guardian, I can now confirm. Every exoframe in Maya's lab once held the consciousness of Maya's wife, Gioma Essie.
Just going through every iteration.
A different version, pulled from the Vex network. Uploaded, judged, found wanting, and eliminated. Guardian, there are details about Maya Sandarish I kept from Saint. He did not need to know the cruelty of the hands that touched his mind.
That's fine. That's not that big a deal.
Or how much they reminded me of my own.
Oh, how he was
But
also...
today, I saw a reflection of myself had I lost my way. If I never found Saint and instead wrapped myself in obsession, I thought myself heroic in my search. Romantic. And that I was justified by my success. What if I had not realized my good fortune? If I had met Saint, not with relief, but with skepticism. To imagine myself finding Saint, deciding he is wrong, killing him, and then starting again, would have broken me. And I believe it has broken Maya. One capable of such horror has defiled the concept of love. Do not forget what you're dealing with.
See, when it comes to stuff like this, I feel like this is the part of the story that should have been, from the get-go, kind of explained better. Because this is kind of like, again, like he's saying, it's a dark reflection of Osiris and Saint and Maya and Chioma. What could have happened had he found Saint 14, thought he was not a perfect copy, and then just disposed of him and just kept the process going over and over and over again. This is what could have happened to him, but they don't uncover that kind of thread until nearly the end of the act. And I'm like, why bury that lead in that such an interesting concept so late in the game when everyone thought that this season, or I guess this act or episode, just sucked from the get-go? And I'm just like, man, they really messed up. And I'm just deeply disappointed in them that their storytelling has gotten so weird. They could have just kept building this thing up from week to week, making it seem deeper and darker, and then also do that investigative investigatory stuff where you're also looking into what's causing all the Vex to act wonky. But I guess they just had to bury the lead of it, and now, I mean, it's a little interesting now. I just wish that they didn't just make it take so long to be fun. Alright, so we're done here. I think we got the message for the week saying that this week is over, right? Is trying to reestablish a connection with Maya's laboratory to the core of Nessa. She will contact you when she's ready. Alright, so next week will be the last week for the episode. Let's listen to the last weekly mission.
Guardian, we have managed to decrypt another personal log taken from Maya Sanderish's domain.
Oh, really?
First, we discovered the method of her search, but we were mistaken as to what she was looking for. Now we understand. Here, listen.
Maya Sandrash. Personal log. Incidental. The variances have been outside of acceptable bounds on each attempt. Incomplete or divergent memories. Outsized or diminished emotional responses. These forgeries are not my tomb. The memories are baseline. There are other timelines that mirror this one so closely that my interrogation would not, by itself, yield my tomb. They all loved me. They all remembered the name of our daughter. That isn't the point. My Chioma would understand what I'm doing here. All she needs to do is look at the state of soul since our time on New Mona. The mistake of the collapse. Clovis's hubris. The revelation of the witness. My Chioma would see me as a savior, and that she and I have a chance to rescue humanity from itself.
Do you see? She's a Pygmalion carving her love from the Vex, too obsessed with her sculpture's perfection to see that the flaws lie within herself. She doesn't remember Chioma, no more than she remembers the Golden Age. Their memories clouded by ego and need far removed from the real. Chioma will die 1,000 deaths before Maya realizes her love is conditional. But perhaps we can find her real Chioma. And she can convince Maya of her error.
Interesting concept. That every Chioma that she's interviewing, they're all shaped by her memory and her want and need to find the real one. So they're just giving her what they want. And even she is like, none of these are mine, because mine wouldn't just love me. She would understand why I'm doing this. That's how I know they're fake. And even Osiris is like, she's being too picky with what she's finding, and it's clouding her judgment, and it's like, she's just crazy. She's just full-blown crazy. We need to just, like... Osiris is bringing up an interesting point. What if we found the real Chioma somewhere in the Vex network, told her what is happening, and convinced her to talk to Maya? And then at that point, maybe she would willingly give up the Echo of Command if it meant just for them, the two of them just being together. Or at least Chioma just telling Maya that she's freaking crazy, and that whatever it is she's doing, my love for you is incidental. It's not unconditional. It's not unconditional. It's very much conditional. And once you find out what kind of a monster you are, I'm gonna stop loving you, and then she's just gonna crack, and then we can take her down, no problem. But it hasn't happened yet, so that's fine. I don't care that it hasn't happened yet. I don't know if we're gonna find her long-lost love somewhere in the Vex network and convince her to help us fight Maya, or to have her convince her to give up the Echo willingly. I don't know what the last week is gonna bring. I don't know if it's gonna be a boss fight against Maya Sanderesh. I don't know if we'll go that far. Maybe it'll just be a cutscene. Maybe Maya will have like a final champion inside of that acquire of one mission. We beat him. It looks like there's a door at the back of the room, and I think once we beat the Guardian, we're going to go way into the back of that room, have a cutscene, either show off Chiyomo or convince Maya to let go of what she's doing, take the Echo, and that'll be it. I'm wondering if each episode is supposed to have some sort of Echo associated with them. This one's the Echo of Command. I don't know what next episode will bring. I wonder if all of these Echoes are parts and pieces of some being that the Witness fought and conquered, or someone he had, like, kind of like Nezarek, who was like shattered into a billion pieces, and all these Echoes are fragments of weapons or armor of a being that they fought in the ancient past. I don't know. They could be the mantles for ancient gods too. You know how there's the 3 hive gods. Maybe each Echo from each episode is kind of a remnant from one god of an ancient god's or an ancient civilization's gods, and they're just, you know, the last little bits of them. I'm not too sure. I don't know what's gonna happen next week. I'm genuinely, you know, not entirely sure what's gonna happen. It doesn't fill me with, like, what's it called? It doesn't fill me with, like, optimism. It's just like, I don't know. The pacing for this episode has felt all over the place. I feel like they should have showed off Maya way sooner than the last act. Kind of, what's it called? Like, we should have known who she was the entire time, and Osiris digging into the lore and the research on who she is, and as time goes on, we slowly piece together, but I think we should have learned who she was way sooner. And maybe Act 2 ending with the revelation of her wife being, like, the thing that she's replicating in the not even the Infinite Forest. It's like she's replicating them inside of the core of Nessus in the Vex network or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like the pacing is weird. It's interesting now, but it's only interesting literally the week before the end of the episode altogether. So I don't know. I don't know if this episode, like previous seasons, is gonna have, like, a final mission where, like, there's, like, a little mission or a cutscene at the very end of the tail end of the episode leading into the next episode. I don't know if that'll be a thing, but we'll see. Anyways, guys, I'm going to call it here for this episode. Sorry for getting this out so much later. I mean, you guys probably won't know because this will be coming out at the exact same time it always does. But for me, I totally forgot about it till the end of the day. All of my other Destiny YouTubers weren't even covering this week. They were busy with other stuff, and that just, like, my dedicated channels who just cover Destiny, who I also kind of like watching, they didn't put this out until, like, almost the end of the day. And I'm like, oh my god, I totally forgot. Freaking, we're supposed to jump into week 2. Like, oh god, I gotta scramble to get home to record. Oh my goodness, it's insane. That just shows you just how much Destiny has fallen off, that even the Destiny YouTubers just don't care to cover it much of it anymore, other than the drama. So, yeah. Anyways, I don't want to bring this episode down or be such a Debbie Downer or sound like I'm complaining, but I just find it funny that, oh no, the claws, the magic is wearing off. I can feel it now. Anyways, guys, we're gonna call it for this episode. If you guys leave a like down below, subscribe, helps with the algorithm. We always appreciate when the new people show up when they're interested in the Destiny content. By the time this goes up, we only have a couple days before Space Marines. I can't wait to jump into that. I think we're about to be finished with Gears of War 5. I don't even know if Gears of War episodes have been live yet, but we're almost done with that. It's a very long playthrough. I think I'm going to stretch that out and not bombard you with episodes back to back to back. Yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm going to catch you guys all in the next one. Laters.